All right, prime example here, guys, of why slack tide can be a little slow. So we have, it's dead high tide right now, and look how high these stripers are in the water column. So we have almost no current at all. It's dead still. And when it's like that, you know, the fish, bait, everything can just roam wherever it wants. And, you know, fishing can be a little tougher. Once the tide gets rolling again, and this current starts moving through here really fast, these fish will burn too much energy staying that high in the water column. So if they get really close to the bottom, just trying to get out of that current, any kind of divot, little dip in the bottom, they'll sit right down in there. They'll bunch up all together. And when they're all stuck in that one spot, they're sitting there waiting for bait to come by. So they're going to use that current. And that's when fishing can really, really turn on. The best part of the day is usually right when that tide gets rolling again in either direction. You know, the first 2 hours after it gets rolling, be some of the best fishing of the day, most consistent for sure. But when they're out here roaming like this, they didn't go anywhere, they're kind of spread out and a little trickier to catch. Also, you can see how the marks look different. They're not long and wormy now they're arches because we're moving. So once we get the boat moving 3.8 miles an hour, those long worms now look like arches. So when you're just drifting and you see those long worms, I get quite a few messages. You guys are asking, I'm on the fish, but I don't look like arches of the long worms, just because of your speed. If you're going slow and drifting along with them, they continually get pinged, right? So it's return getting sent back to the transducer over and over and over, and it leaves that long worm looking like return across your screen, across your history. And it just keeps pinging that fish over and over because you're just sitting over the fish. Once you get moving, the ping kind of goes up over the fish and off the fish, and that's how you start getting arches like this. So if you're seeing your worms, you up 2, 3, 4 miles an hour and see if those worms turn to arches. If they don't, if they're kind of blobby, make sure your interference filters are all turned off. That's one thing that, especially with Simrad units and lowrance units, if you turn your interference filters on at all, even on low, they can make those arches look more like blobs. Oh, stripers. Look at this. That group of fish, see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in side scan. Right there. All on that, and look at that. Pow.
Yeah, pack.
All right. All right, guys, I'm going to show you what we look for. I've been out here for about an hour and haven't seen a whole lot. But back in this area over here, we found a really nice concentration of fish. I'm going to show you what they look like and how to not lose that spot. So it's pretty easy, pretty good. So what we do, we look until we see this, and then we fish on it. Okay, you can see we're marking lots of stuff on the bottom here. These have smooth edges on top. It's bait or a fish. It's not a bush, you know. If it was ragged on top, it'd be some kind of bush or tree. Okay, 45. And got some looks like rocks and stuff on the bottom. Side scan. Of course, I like to see them on down scan and sonar directly straight down, but I really like when I see them a lot on side scan because you can get a better idea how big a group of fish is. Came through here a few times and we saw them on side scan, so let's see. I'll show you what they look like. Alright, you see that right there? That's the edge of one of the schools, here's the other edge, so we split it. You see this little fish there? You see that? That is all stripers, so if you ever see that fish there, now the easiest way to get right over that is I'm going to touch the screen and we'll put a cursor there, and then I can hit my check button. You can name the waypoint, whatever, and hit X to get out. Boy, sunken boat right there. And if you look over here in the chart, 187. That's where that one just got dropped. So now I'm gonna turn around, put the boat on that 87. You'll see those fish right on this.
I don't got this brake thing here together yet, so it's gonna be a little bit.
Sorry, Johnny. All right, so I see 187. I got it in my heading line. Once I get there, you guys will put some lines down. Lots of sunken boats in here. One there, one there. Almost on that last waypoint. Dang, another one. Another sunken boat. Okay. Off here to the left, off here to the right behind that boat. And yep, they're all, you can see them right here on both sides. So port side. All right, look at all these striper marks. 7 feet of water, side scan shows them everywhere in here. And they're very hard to mark, you know, straight down, but side scan, look at that, 7 feet of water.
Party safe. Let's go to a freak off after I get.
There you go.
Nice. See you, brother.
Later, bro.